Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. Let's play Lone Echo 2, yeah. We're here and we're trying to do, well, eventually try to get some spores, biomass from like before they ever did anything, because we can use that to cure our humans here. And we're turning on Chiron Station in the future, but it's got a biomass problem, and we got to do a couple things now. One of the things we could do over there, and one of the things we could do at a place called the research station, but I don't even know where that is. And if I was going there, I'd probably take the tram. I don't know how to get on. And since I can see that thing, then let's go there. I guess we'll just go. It's only 200 meters away. Which technically you could probably go to any of these places as long as you didn't get told, like, oh, you're too far away, leave your mission area. But this tube here, I guess, isn't for people to travel. Going pretty fast.
Approaching the Astraya now.
Finally, if any fuel cells are still intact, they'd probably be deeper within the wreckage. Unfortunately, everything beyond the bridge is steeped in radiation, and the ship's AI is just making matters worse.
The ship's AI? Do you mean Apollo?
Are you familiar?
Apollo was the ship's tactical AI. He was instrumental in helping us survive our first encounter with the biomass.
I just hope he's still online.
Considering my difficulties exploring here, he must be.
Then if we can make contact with Apollo, he can probably help us find the fuel cell we need.
Guess it's time to say hello to our old friend.
Roger that. Heading to the bridge.
Do we have a
A
password?
bypass for the door controls, locked behind a keypad.
It was the only way I could gain access. The code is 2126.
Do it.
I've gained access to the bridge.
I assume you have some type of plan.
Apollo's AI core would be an appropriate place to start. It was vital to his operation here.
Good point, Jack. If it's still intact, could be all we need to strike up a conversation.
You two are rather confident.
Apollo commissioned us as official crew members last time we met.
And we did part on good terms. I'm sure he'll do what he can to help.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, he's probably just worried because he didn't know where you were. There's the echo shells here.
A casualty from Dr. Harlan's previous investigation.
It was just another shell lying around the station. We were trying to put it to good use.
I thought I could pilot it well enough, but apparently limb control is not my forte.
I'm expecting you'll fare better, Echo One. If this Apollo is indeed the ally you say he is.
The core made contact, but the connection was rejected. It might require the mainframe access slot instead.
Unknown user detected.
It's me,
Bridge access is restricted to crew members only.
Apollo.
Initializing threat suppression protocol.
Stop. Oh shit. Apollo, it's me.
Apollo, search your memory for my identifier. Echo 1.
User not found.
But it's me, Jack.
Try Jack.
Memory query successful. User entry found.
It's just me,
Jack.
bitch.
Welcome back to the Astraya.
Up.
It is good to see you.
Thank you, Apollo. It is good to see you as well.
Is Captain Rhodes with you? And well, I hope.
Cheers, Apollo. We missed you.
Likewise, Captain. Jack, your appearance is altered. I almost did not recognize you. I must apologize for the alarms.
Your reasoning was sound.
What brings you back to the Astraya?
We need an FTL fuel cell, Apollo. But we believe you've been disabling Dr. Harlan's salvaging equipment. We'll need it back online to deal with the radiation here.
Preserving this vessel is my primary directive. The last time jump virtually destroyed it. No further attempts to remove or misuse equipment can be permitted.
Lives depend on it, Apollo.
I understand, Captain, but I cannot allow any further material from this vessel to be compromised.
We're at an impasse.
Apollo, Liv is infected with the biomass, and your directive is protecting the ship's crew and its critical assets.
Forgive me, Jack. I failed to follow your reasoning.
You yourself commissioned Liv, a fellow Atlas employee, as acting captain after the deaths of your original crew. You must remember.
Confirmed, though I had not considered her status in such terms. Captain Rhodes is truly infected.
She needs your help.
Very well. As the Astraya's tactical adjunct, my primary directive is to protect its crew.
So you will help them?
Affirmative. I am hereby available to assist you in obtaining a fuel cell.
Lovely.
Yeah, this ship is in pieces, dude.
Apollo, are you able to detect any
You're the
fuel
only
cells that
feature.
are still operational?
My sensor network has been severely damaged. However, any functional fuel cells on the Astraya would be in the auxiliary drive bay. It can be seen through the window far ahead of the bridge.
Oh, Jesus.
It seems easy enough to reach.
Then it would be if this AI hadn't disabled the equipment I set up to counter the radiation.
All the dead
A
drones and stuff.
temporary security measure. Your equipment is now re-enabled.
You better not have damaged
Yay!
any of it.
Normal operations should resume now. Jack can verify this.
They're wiggling.
Incoming.
Whoa, watch out. Jesus Christ, dude. There's a problem.
A cargo drone.
Yeah, it's
No
fucked
longer
up.
capable of flight.
Apologies. My anti-theft protocols are quite aggressive.
Fortunately, our salvaging equipment appears to still have working radiation dampeners, meaning Jack should now have a safe route to the drive bay.
That's some good news.
A number of problems remain. Accessing the fuel cells, for one. Doing so will require that I have direct control of the systems within the drive bay. You must bring me along with you.
Are you seriously
Along.
going to integrate with this rogue AI?
Without Apollo, we wouldn't have lasted this long. We can trust him.
Jack, I'll walk you through the process of downloading my imprint to your cortex.
I'm ready, Apollo.
Simply insert my AI core into the lower receptacle, then use your data link on the override slot. I will do the rest. Disconnecting from mainframe now.
Whoa! Come back. Slipper. Butterfingers. Whoa. Oh, cool.
Download complete. Only one final issue remains, Jack. Your arms are too short.
Too short.
The
like my
FTL
arms.
technology is highly sensitive. Accessing the drive bay and the fuel cells within will require multiple operators.
Good thing there's two of us then.
Unfortunately, the debris field is far too irradiated to accommodate Captain Rhodes.
You're saying Jack's the best chance we've got, but even he won't be enough.
I might be able to help, actually.
Yeah, I
The
don't want
cargo
long
drones
arms.
employ stasis technology, which enables them to manipulate objects at a distance.
Like the stasis projectors we used to levitate the tram back in the hab.
Exactly. I believe I can incorporate the drone stasis tech into your shell, Jack. I'll just need more data from them to be sure.
The drone that just hit the bridge is unlikely to put up much resistance. I'll start there.
Whenever you're ready, Jack.
I'm heading out.
Then pull. Yeah, I guess,
Jack, to stay protected from radiation out there, you'll need to activate radiation dampeners with your data link. They can be found
will.
on both charging docks and cargo drones.
if it was just a collectathon and I was collecting coins or something, it'd be real boring, but since I'm, like, motivated to do this stuff, it's pretty cool. Not that it's very different. Yeah, I'm radiated.
Shields at 95%.
Radiation
Got him.
dampener activated.
Hypothesis confirmed. With sufficient data, I'll be able to construct a tool for extending your reach, Jack.
Does this tool have a name, Juno?
Well, it will essentially project your grip across space, so I suppose
It's a great projector. Let's move on.
more data will be needed.
There'll be plenty on the way to the drive bay. You know what to look for.
Affirmative. Inoperable cargo drones, but with functioning data ports. Heading to the drive bay.
Please
Do they
remember
have,
the charging docks have radiation
induction
dampeners as well, Jack. They'll help keep you
ports?
safe out there.
That'd be really good.
Thank you, Juno.
There's unknown equipment.
This equipment is some form of dock or buoy.
Affirmative. It's one of the station's charging docks. They're set up to facilitate recharging and navigation for the various drones
Crap.
deployed here. Though it is worth noting that the doctor and I have redeployed several pieces of equipment as well. Fortunately, with the generator repaired, we should be able to restore most of the equipment throughout the station by scanning their data ports.
I'm
Echo
holding.
1, those charging docks won't have the data Juno needs to design your new tool, but they will restore.
Yeah, charge me up, dude.
Hold your hands near the induction panel.
Good stuff.
We'll recharge your shielding.
I wish it would show me exactly where to go. We came from there. Wait, did we do that one? Oh, that's not one. That's just a broken pipe. There's a fabricator here. Got to keep going. I guess we're gonna go this way, although I wish it would tell me exactly. I see something red.
Shields at 95%.
Another buoy. Yeah, they stretch out for a long way.
Charging dock restored to operation status. You may recharge your shield as needed. Oh, interesting. I believe I may have found a secondary use for restoring these docks, recovering their local data, specifically because the docks normally maintain a coordination and optimization network. They contain shared data from across the station. Prior to the generator going offline, the units in irradiated areas were sharing optimizations that I believe could still be used to improve your multispectral shielding, Jack. Apollo, I believe I may be able to extend Jack's reach by about 4 meters. I hope that will be far enough.
Oh my god, that's far.
Just a few more scans should suffice, Jack.
Yeah, I could have gone the other way, but I went this way.
I wanted to ask.
Yes, Captain.
Well, you probably figured this out already, but
Ugh.
you know this isn't your time, right? This isn't the future you came from.
Affirmative. When we first arrived, I was able to accurately calculate the astronomical year. However, I lacked sufficient data to determine that the course of history had been altered. I apologize for having misinformed you. The fact that half of the Astraya was left in your time and led to system-wide decimation of the human race is clear evidence of a tactical oversight on my part.
Okay, she was saying like there was just one more. There's more than one. I feel like we go that way too. Oh, there's a thing right there.
95%.
What am I doing? Why am I going all the way over here? Shit.
Jack, I'm detecting extreme radiation nearby. If you can
Pretty bad.
I advise staying clear.
Hell of a lot of radiation out there. Guess it's coming from the Astraya.
Correct. The Astraya's last time jump ruptured a generator, diffusing radiation throughout the region.
That's the radiation darkness.
There's a bunch of them. They're all over the place, man. We didn't get that one. You can tell because it's like still
Shields
pulsed
at
up.
95%.
This one's near biomass.
Analyzing. Perfect. As predicted, I now have sufficient data to improve your multispectral shielding, Jack. Please return to the nearest fabricator for installation.
Okay.
Installation successful. Jack, your multispectral shielding should now be more resistant to radiation. Please note, however, that contact with biomass will still drain it just as rapidly as before.
Understood. Thank you, Juno.
Of course.
Is this what we came here to do? Do I still have to do something else? There's a bunch of audio logs.
Seizing faster than light travel in 3, 2, 1. FTL jump complete. We're approximately 450,000 kilometers from Earth.
Perfect. Bring us in slow and begin long-range scans.
Of course, Doctor. For the scan criteria, shall I use the same parameters as those when we examined the Kronos remnants? Or perhaps from the wreckage at 95%?
Well, the factor in its
The
drug.
stasis projection technology will be simpler to adapt than previously anticipated. I already have. If you scan one more cargo drone, I believe I will have enough data to complete your new tool.
There has to be at
Alright,
least
I guess don't do
one
anything while you're
torpedo
listening.
somewhere
A torpedo!
in that mess.
Yeah, we need one. Okay, well... Yeah, I don't want to sit here listening to these. Let's continue. Ow, fuck. This is already turned on. Uh-oh, there's a warhead. Don't move.
Hazard identified. An active warhead from the Astraya.
Once
these
your
are our
grid projector
warheads.
is installed, removal of dangerous objects like this will be possible. Until then, maintaining a prudent distance is advisable.
Yeah, she said we just need one more.
Shields at 95%. Charging dock restored. Jack, now that we've completed optimizing your shield's radiation resistance, I'm afraid there's nothing more to be gained from the dock's data.
What's the point of an advanced network of semi-autonomous recharge stations if you can't count on them to calculate impressive optimizations for you?
I believe you are correct, Captain. The distributed computing power of the charging docks could be put to greater use.
Yes. That's precisely what I meant. Go on.
I have tasked the charging docks with developing a means for allowing Jack's shield to self-regenerate. The wealth of empirical data they have collected on recharging should prove invaluable to the process.
Then I presume additional data scans would be of value after all.
Indeed. Please continue scanning any docks you may find. The additional computing power of more active units would be advantageous as well.
Copy that.
But we don't have to, right?
Dr. Harlan, what was your purpose in attempting to salvage the Astraya? The odds of my ship's components being compatible with yours seems
We have to go to the
unlikely.
drive bay.
It wasn't the hardware I was after. Your ship was the original source of the infestation. I'd hoped to find an undetonated biomass torpedo amongst the wreckage. Use it to develop a cure for all. This.
I understand, Doctor. Considering my current directives, I will provide any useful data that may help in your research.
Better late than never, I suppose.
Approaching the drive bay.
I'm detecting some intense radiation there, Jack. Warheads,
Oh,
I
God.
believe. I advise removing them from the immediate area before proceeding.
Ow.
Sounds like the perfect job for that new tool you're working on.
Correct. It will allow him to manipulate distant objects, including these warheads.
Good luck collecting that data, Jack.
Copy that, Liv. I'll continue searching for cargo drones to scan.
Okay, so we gotta do that before we even do that. I see stuff in the distance. Is that relevant? Probably. That buoy's already turned on. This buoy's not turned on. I see something red here, and it's not
Shields at 95%.
purple at all. I want to see red with purple. Oh, wait. Here's one. Oh, I'm going too fast. Slow down.
This dock is now part of the computational array.
How's it looking out there, Jack?
Manageable. How are your preparations coming?
Quite well, actually. Just doing some light welding outside the ship. Juno's helping me get the intake systems ready for the materials you're gathering.
Are you sure you should be exerting yourself, given your current condition?
I can handle it. The infection's still dormant, remember?
Assuming its status hasn't changed.
Believe me, when it goes active, she'll know.
Tool schematics complete. Please visit a fabricator to install your new tool, Jack. Most charging
Alright.
docks will have one nearby.
Yeah, this isn't a buoy, though. Gotta go to a buoy. Yeah, it seemed like there might have been more things to, scan than you needed. Which is nice. There it is. Just gotta get kind of close. Don't gotta climb inside.
Grip projector installed. To use your grip projector, simply point at a target. Activate the projector and direct it with your hand. Any sufficiently small piece of debris would be ideal to experiment on.
I don't see any other debris except for
If your new
warheads.
tool works as intended, Jack, you should be able to access the fuel cells now.
Good. Heading to the drive bay.
Shields at 95%.
I'm back at the drive bay.
Yeah.
Armed with the
Outta
grip
here.
projector this time.
Great. You should be able to remove those warheads now.
Taking damage. Oh, it has a limited, oh no. Those are the only ones that are really a problem.
Shields at 95%.
Ugh. Uh-oh, I threw it at something.
Warheads removed. Entry into the drive bay is now clear.
Copy that. Standing by.
Now heading for the fuel cells.
Great. We'll keep a working cargo drone on standby. Just look for a good fuel cell and we'll handle the rest.
Roger that.
There's an undetonated torpedo.
A spent biomass torpedo.
Oh no, it's spent.
Just like every other that was left behind here. Useless for my research, unfortunately. As soon as one detonates, accessing its incubator is no longer tenable.
I gotta open this door, and there's a bunch of shit on the other side.
Is this the only way into the drive bay?
I'm afraid that's correct, Jack. The fuel cells are stable, but the same cannot be said of their contents. As a result, access is tightly restricted. The door can be opened, however, by using the nearby controls.
Sure. Oh, hold.
Jack, the fuel cells are protected behind a large security door. You'll need to activate a pair of nearby controls to gain
Oh,
access.
okay. Got to, Oh, but I can only have one of these. Well, I'm actually right-handed, so I feel more natural. That's not the right tool. That's goofy, because I have to do this, and then this.
I've gained access.
I'm pushing
to the
myself
drive
up.
bay.
Wait, those pillars in the center, are those...
The Astraya's FTL drives, yes.
Do they still work?
Theoretically, but unfortunately they're of little use to us. With such a high concentration of biomass forms in this area, any attempt to remove one of the drives would prove futile.
Dr. Harlan, I'm noticing these ticks appear to be less evolved than those we previously encountered.
Must have carried over from the last time jump. No doubt just as dangerous. I advise avoidance at all costs.
Well, I've got to,
Jack, my monitoring systems are offline here. You'll need to manually inspect each fuel cell in order to determine its viability. Simply scan their data ports to get started.
Yeah, we'll try and do that. Hopefully we don't aggro the, dudes. We aggro the dudes, we aggro the dudes. We're dead.
Fuel cell located.
Use the data port to expose the cell for visual inspection.
Okay, well, there's one of these nearby. That's good. Well, if it was one of them, it'd probably be the one that's furthest away and hardest to get to.
Exposing fuel cell for inspection.
Oh, yeah, buddy. This looks different.
Viable fuel cell located. Hopefully enough to power Dr. Harlan's FTL drive.
Nicely done, Jack. I'm sending a drone your way.
Send two.
What for? It's only one fuel cell.
Just trust me. Send two.
Over here.
Warning, new drone compromised.
Jack, what's going on?
We're getting fucked by the
ticks
ticks.
swarmed the lead cargo drone.
And that is why you send two.
I don't think we'll be using that one again.
Backup drone malfunctioning.
More ticks. The lead drone is disabled, but the backup still has a chance.
Pesky bastards, aren't they?
I'll clear them off.
Yeah, just grab them.
Shields at 95%.
There's another one. Oh, here it is.
Shields at 50%.
Where'd it go?
Shields at 30%.
Ah! See, I would throw them more bigger, but I don't want to hurt myself, so I have to be gentle.
Shields at 95%.
Go away. No, go away. See, I don't know if I'm gonna whap myself. They're just coming back. Okay, yeah, throw it at that thing. No! Stupid.
Cargo drone.
Get away! Ah!
Thank you, Jack. Resuming flight.
It's here already. Is it because I died? We like reloaded the save? That's fucked up.
Shields at 95%.
Ow! Yeah, you're just trying to play. Go. And it's difficult. Yeah, take me with you. Fuckers. And the game like rewards you for being more
Drone
violent.
is in place to collect the cargo.
Jack, I've activated the release controls on the fuel cell.
And so, man, I wish, they'd be a little nicer to people with not as much space. Are we doing it? Is there only one? Have to do this and then do that? I don't get it. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Long arms. That was the name of a Gundam.
Fuel cell released.
There it
Cargo
is.
secured. Ready for departure.
Excellent.
Wait for me, wait for me, wait for me.
Still
I'm
needs
coming
to
with.
be latched into place once it arrives, Jack. The honor's all yours, if you like.
How do you do that?
Given that we still need a contained biomass sample, I prefer to leave the hookup to you, as long as you're feeling low enough.
No, I've got it. I can handle things here. Can't do anything I wouldn't do. More of
What
a
are-
guideline than a rule, actually.
What are we doing?
Cargo drone returning in T-minus 10 seconds.
Yeah, just go.
Better stay clear, Jack.
If you wish to return now, I advise taking hold of the drone. Cargo drone departing in 3, 2, 1. Firing thrusters.
You go ahead. I don't understand what to do about the biomass. I mean, I understood the part about leaving with the drone. They only, well, it's stuck in biomass anyway. It's not gonna do anything. I have no idea what to do here. Sample of biomass. It should have a sample of contained biomass. The research, well, this isn't the research facility. This is the Astraya, you ding dong. Why did he say don't grab it? That's so stupid. We have to go to the research facility. That's not even this place.
Shields at 95%.
Yeah, I think we can make it. I mean, I think it's got to be less radioactive, right? Away from the warheads, at least. Oh, super less radioactive.
You are approaching the biomass research facility. This is where the outbreak originated.
We're sure there's some contained biomass on hand for Jack to retrieve.
Logs indicate 1 or 2 containers should still be in storage. However, reaching them may be difficult due to the entire facility being under lockdown.
The tribal entrance will undoubtedly be your only way in.
Acknowledged. The facility appears to be in fairly poor condition.
It's turned
but
on.
there is at least some
Turn
power
on my
flow.
flashlight.
Due to the generator being restored.
Unfortunately, I'm still unable to access any systems further into the facility. Power flow stops at the entry terminal. It appears that the systems are outright disconnected, including the physical entry bridge. Jack, you'll need to reconnect those systems to gain entry to the facility.
Copy
The car
that.
works. Repressurizing. If I was human, well, I'd inhale,
There's a room
Spores.
jutting into this cave. Could it be part of the biomass containment area?
Negative. The room you're seeing is part of the facility's integrity monitoring system, responsible for tracking any changes in the asteroid structure during excavation. For safety reasons, biomass containment is located much deeper in the facility.
This device looks vaguely similar to the cranes we saw in the transit hub.
Good eye, Jack. That's because it's an early version of the stasis field technology used by those cranes, as well as our cargo drones and many other systems. As you can imagine, the ability to manipulate objects without direct contact has significant advantages when dealing with the biomass.
Yes, advantages we continue to witness firsthand through Jack's grid projector.
Agreed. This appears to be some sort of focusing device. I haven't seen anything like it elsewhere on Chiron Station.
It's actually a prototype of the technology our containment units used to keep declassified.
As in the technology that shorted out while Jack and I were trapped in the engineering bay.
Yes, though that was due to the power cycling abnormally. I assure you, it's usually quite stable.
Yeah, one would hope.
A scale model of the FTL drive on Dr. Harlan's ship. Was the drive developed here?
Not exactly. While the few FTL drives still in service were refitted here, the original design was actually reverse engineered from the FTL drives left behind aboard the Astraya. That was done by your former employer, in fact.
Wait, Atlas built them.
Indeed. Before the company dissolved, of course.
Effectively, 22nd century Atlas reverse engineered their own 26th century technology.
Huh, that sounds perfectly normal and not at all confusing.
I would expect nothing less from our employer, past, present, or otherwise.
get consumed by time travelers.
Somewhat odd to leave this case empty.
It's fairly straightforward. Our work was never finished.
Well, we can go that way. Is there stuff out the window to look at? I didn't look. There's things to look at.
I believe this is a manual activation switch.
It should restore power to the immediate area, as well as the rest of the research facility. Just keep in mind that you'll also be awakening any dormant biomass within.
There's an extension bridge.
This bridge is currently disconnected as part of the lockdown procedures.
Correct. The doors won't open until both sides of the bridge are fully extended.
Did they get everyone out?
According to these logs,
No. Not everyone got out.
It seems someone was emphatic about maintaining the lockdown. I'm guessing the console would have controlled the bridge.
Affirmative. I'm not seeing any backup controls in the blueprints, unfortunately. It's possible the cave contains systems not listed in the schematics. It may be worth a quick investigation.
Do. Entering vacuum. Kinda creepy. Oh, I guess we should mess with that thing. Instead of just flying around looking for stuff. There's a thingy, I'm doing it.
Reestablishing main generator connection. Be advised, Class 3 power fields will become active. Dormancy will be nullified.
Hey, Jack. I know you've got this as always, but by restoring power, we're undoing something that was put in place as a die-hard safety precaution.
We're certain this is the only place we're going to find the contained biomass?
Assuming these fragmented station logs are correct? Yes.
Well, that's reassuring.
It's so long. That's what she said.
Finalizing connection.
Connection established. Now receiving power readings throughout the facility. Jack, once you have the bridge fully extended, you should be able to access the facility proper. Though I suspect some areas may have additional security requirements.
Nora, the research director, would have done everything she could to contain the outbreak. But there
It's fortunate that your disagreement over priorities led you to be elsewhere when the outbreak occurred.
It's only fortunate if I'm right.
Bridge reconnection complete.
I'm heading back to the entry terminal.
Dr. Harlan, if these power readings are accurate, our suspicions appear confirmed.
What's that now? What suspicions?
Educated guess, rather.
Which is different how?
The ticks aren't the only form of biomass that have been evolving since your time.
Great, so what's this one? Open doors?
Quite the opposite, in fact.
It's best if you see for yourselves.
I'm crossing into the main facility now.
Copy that, Jack.
Ugh. Oh, hell. Yeah, it's bad.
Biomass has taken hold here.
Given that it got this far, the rest of the facility will likely be much worse.
Will the fabricator still be operational?
Yes, at least enough that Jack should be able to reboot without issue.
There's that guy
In
or
the
girl.
security control room, I found a casualty.
According to logs, Adler Reyes.
He must have been trying to keep the scanners running to prevent the biomass from leaving the facility.
But if someone failed to scan...
They would have had to remain behind. Unfortunately, even the scanning room itself became contaminated.
Jack, you are now entering the facility's lobby. Biomass containment is located through the leftmost door.
Yeah. We can go those places. Are we supposed to go those places? There goes one. This one's locked.
This area appears to be locked down.
That's the test wing. We should focus on reaching the containment area.
I have a feeling we're gonna go in there. Can we see it? We're gonna go in there, and then they're gonna tell us, "Oh no, we're missing a thing. You have to go this way," but it's like it's already unlocked. I guess let's do what we're told. Oh, what the?
This must be the evolved biomass form Dr. Harlan mentioned. It detects my presence, much like the other specimens encountered thus far.
We classify it as a reticulated B biomass organism, but most people just call them webs.
Aside from their namesake membrane, webs can also be recognized by an additional nodule. It should be quite distinct.
To blow it up.
Oh,
Nah.
Jack, that distinct nodule I mentioned? Think of it as a sensor. If it detects you, it will stimulate the web's expansion reflex. Just something to keep in mind as you explore the station.
So what do I put a bucket over its head? I'm not really sure. But anyway, yeah, there's a whole new puzzle here, and we'll solve it on the next episode. Cutting it here. So if you've been watching, thanks. Hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss future uploads. And I'll see you on the next one. Awkward speech. See you later. Bye-bye. Oh, God. Bye-bye.